Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
So the Patriots coming out now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. James Harrison, the veteran, in on the stop. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll run it here with Blunt. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Brady gives now to Blunt. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 40. Now they'll throw with Brady. Slant route caught by Edelman. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now a carry for Blunt. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Tom Brady scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. At the field general, the leader, just falling behind him.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Now, partner, something we're going to have a little while to debate, but let's go ahead and take a peek at the draft order. Browns, of course, will get the first pick of the draft. San Fran, Chicago, Jacksonville, and then Tennessee will actually have number 5 and number 18.
All right, let's take a quick look at these. Cleveland, San Francisco, Chicago. All of them have starting quarterbacks, but will they be in 2017? I doubt it. I think they'll have decisions to make about who's going to be their quarterback, and maybe that comes through the draft. Then you get down there to number 4, Jacksonville. Blake Bortles should be solid in there, but with this season where he seemed to regress, whoever is the new head coach will have a decision to make there. And then how about, as you mentioned, Tennessee at 5 and 18? An excellent season for the Titans this year. They're making a push for the playoffs in 2017.
And Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. They get 39 yards out of that one. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He's going to get the football. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Danny Amendola on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback and not just a productive.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blunt taking it in. And the Patriots are back within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed two-point try here to get them to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you...
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead will grow by one more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Amendola. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now Amendola. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lawrence Timmons. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.